yourself a drink and I'll be down in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Well, they say they're from out of town or whatever. We don't give a fuck. The deal is done. Now the cake been baked. They need to come on with the drama, whatever they gonna do.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 14 of the Mac Daddy Seminar. As always, I'm your host, Taylor Dunn, and it's been a long break, y'all. I feel pretty bad about it being so long since I've posted a new episode, but if you listen to the last one, I gave an explanation. I was away for work. I wasn't around any type of internet connection, and I wasn't able to use any of my equipment to upload a new podcast. But I'm back now, and we're just going to keep things going from where they left off. I thought about different ways I could do this, where I could record a bunch of episodes so that way I'd be caught up to like episode 17 or 18 by now, but I decided not to. I would just pick up where we left off, and this is episode 14, and if you don't like it, eat chips and salsa and watch The Office again. So many people talk about, there's nothing on Netflix. Yes, there is. There's plenty of stuff to watch on Netflix. They're constantly putting new shows on there, but they just watch The Office again. I've never watched The Office, and people swear that it's like the funniest show ever, and I've watched like 4 minutes of an episode, and I'm like, I don't get what the hype is. There's plenty, like people complain there's nothing on TV. You have more options of stuff to watch at your fingertips now than ever before in history. So I don't get why people are upset. Like, just watch regular cable, So many people don't have cable anymore. I have to have cable. I like watching the news, I watch the news in the mornings because I want to know what the weather is going to be talking about. I'm an old man. I get up in the mornings early as hell, sometimes at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I sit on the couch and I drink my iced coffee. I make iced coffee for myself every morning. And some people are like, how do you do that? How do you make iced coffee? Well, I'll tell you. You brew regular coffee and you put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then you wake up in the morning, I put a little bit of creamer in there. It's so good. I drink a whole pot of coffee every goddamn morning. And I love it. I feel great all day long. But yeah, man, and I drink my coffee and I watch the news like an old ass man. But yeah, I was away for work for like 17 days, and one thing that will make you appreciate just sitting at the house with your family more than anything is being around the people you work with involuntarily for an extended period of time. Like, I have friends that I work with, some of my best friends actually, but if I spend too much time around them, I'm like, shit, I'm ready to get away from you all. I just get tired of looking at them. But yeah, I'm not going to go into detail too much about it because, to be completely honest, I just didn't have that great a time. Like, bro, I'm straight up not having a good time. We probably said that 400 times during this little work excursion that we were on, because it just wasn't that much fun, to be completely honest. But anyways, it was kind of cool because, I didn't really have access to Netflix or anything like that. So a lot of like stuff came out on Netflix and new movies and stuff like that. I watched that Abducted in Plain Sight shit. Dude, let me just go ahead and tell you, if you haven't watched this, I'm not even going to say you should watch it, okay? Because all it did was piss me off, the whole show. So if you haven't watched it and you don't want to you don't want it to be spoiled for you, just go ahead and click off of this video now. But for those of you that have, this whole abducted in plain sight deal is ridiculous. Okay, I watched this show. Me and my wife sat down and watched it. And, you know, it's like, oh, this little girl got abducted. Okay, this could be interesting. And then it spirals into making you literally hate everyone on the show except for the girl that it happened to. And she's on thin ice. It starts, okay, so the whole gist of the story is this family befriends this other family, and this guy tells the family, oh, I want to take this little girl horseback riding. Red flag. Maybe it was just a different time. Back in the 70s, people were cool with that type of shit, but I wouldn't let my best friend take my daughter to the mailbox and back. I mean, maybe that makes me an overprotective parent, but I'm going to tell you right now, oh, I just want to take her horseback riding. Well, what about the rest of my kids? No, I just want to take her. That's a red flag. Right? Then she goes missing for a couple of days. And they don't call the police. They just naturally assume that everything is fine. I don't remember all of it. I can't go that far into detail. But, Jesus Christ. But yeah, they don't, like, they just assume everything's going to be okay. And then they start going into the backstory a little bit, okay? They're like, oh, the man was very manipulative. So he did the hippity-dippity with the mom, okay? All right, that's weird, but it's not as weird as what I'm about to say next. Now, if you've seen this, you already know what I'm going to talk about, okay? The dad, who is friends with the man who is sleeping with his wife, which he doesn't know about yet, and later abducts his daughter. One day, they're driving through the countryside, and he starts complaining to him, says, oh, I can't stand my wife. We haven't been intimate in a long time. I need to have sex. This is his words. This is exactly what is on Netflix right now. I haven't had sex in a while. Do you think you can give me some relief? And they just laugh about it. And he's like, this is just kid stuff. This isn't that big of a deal. And then the guy leans over and jerks this dude off. I'm sitting on the couch with my wife when this happens, when he says this on TV. And I'm like, pause the television. Let me tell you something. If I was in the car and my best friend said, oh, well, I haven't had sex in a while and I just need some relief, and looked at me like, hey, I'm serious. I want you to jerk me off. And I could tell he was serious. The police would show up 30 minutes later and there would be an unconscious person on the ground. And I'd be going to jail because I would beat the shit out of them. But this guy actually went through with it. And he's like, I just made the worst decision ever. He just manipulated. There's no way. Hey, I got a couple of $1 million. Okay. Maybe. Let's be real, okay? If your buddy said, I'll give you $5 million to jerk me off right now, guess what? Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. $5 million is $5 million. You know what I'm saying? But, Hey, I just need some relief. Hey, take an Advil. Go on vacation. You know? Sorry, I can't help you. Keep driving. Yeah, the whole thing was weird. The guy, like, brainwashed the little girl into thinking that, like, it's a sad story, all in all. But he, like, brainwashed the little girl thinking that aliens were going to kill her and her entire family unless, like, she, did things with him. And, like, the whole thing just made you angry at the family. The mom, on the other hand, after the little girl has been abducted once, she continues to have a relationship with the man. And it's like, am I supposed to feel sorry for these people? Like, I feel sorry for the little girl because, she was a kid. But the parents, it's those type of people that have those type of, like, deep, dark family secrets who complain about liberals on Facebook. Who are like, I'm not watching the Oscars this year because it's a bunch of liberals. Okay. I saw a post just yesterday, right after the Oscars, about, it was like, in case you watched the Oscars, in case you didn't watch the Oscars, here's what you missed. And it's like a bunch of liberals congratulating each other. This isn't how I feel. This is just me explaining the meme. A bunch of liberals congratulating each other, winning awards, a man in a dress, and a speech about menstrual equality. And, like, all you see under it is, like, a bunch of middle-aged white guys who are just so angry. And it's like, this is my thing. This is the point I'm trying to make, okay? And I'm not getting into any politics or anything because honestly, I feel like there's so much more stuff to be worried about or to care about than politics. To be completely honest, that's just my standpoint. Look, if you're a diehard Republican and that's all you want to spend your time arguing with people about on Facebook, knock yourself out. But don't look at me funny if I tell you I think that's stupid, because it is. The people who are constantly calling people snowflakes, have you noticed that the people that are constantly calling people snowflakes are the number one group of people complaining about stuff? Because if the liberals are constantly complaining about stuff and wanting change for things, which, yes, that does get annoying, and some of it is a little bit too far, in my opinion. I'm not going to go into detail about what stuff I agree with and what I disagree with because it doesn't matter. But if you are constantly posting stuff on your Facebook page about how angry it makes you that they are protesting something or acting a certain way, guess what? You are just as bad. You know? I do not understand the amount of time and effort people spend on Facebook, which that's pretty much it. That's how we communicate with each other on a mass scale in 2019. We do it through Facebook, we do it through Instagram, we do it through Twitter. And I wish they would allow it to where you just couldn't post anything about politics on there, regardless of how you feel. You know? It's so stupid. I've had people literally block me on Facebook over, and to where they don't even want to talk to me in person because of something I've said on Facebook. Like, hey, this is my opinion. It doesn't change who I am as a person, but people act like it does, and it's really, really stupid. So yeah, that's my political spiel for the year right there. Hey, I think everything to do with politics is stupid. Whatever, you know. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about the Oscars. I always like to watch the Oscars. I always enjoy watching them, and there really wasn't a lot of movies this year that I was like really, hoping won anything. Like a lot of them I didn't see. A lot of them I did. So I guess I kind of am a hypocrite for even saying that. But like stuff that was, up for something. But yeah, like Black Panther. I thought Black Panther was a good movie, but I didn't think it was like Best Picture material. It was really good. I'm not saying it was good. I just didn't think it would be something that would qualify for like Best Picture. Black Klansman was very, very good, and that's something that I thought, this could be something that makes an Oscar run. Bohemian Rhapsody. I watched that the day of the Oscars, and let me tell you, that was one of the best movies I've seen all year. It was great. And you know what? Rami Malek deserved that Oscar for playing Freddie Mercury. I was a little skeptical when I first saw it. I was like, you know what? I don't know if he's going to be able to pull this off. And you know what? He did. I didn't really care for him before, he had like the mustache look. But when he had that mustache look, he looked just like Freddie Mercury. Moved like him, acted like, it was perfect. That was a perfect performance. I got chills watching that Live Aid concert at the end. So he deserved that Oscar, 100%. But yeah, what else? Whatchamacallit, the performance with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Oh my God. I haven't seen that movie yet, and after watching them sing together, I'm going to watch it tonight. And I'm sure I'll talk about it on the next episode. It looks good. A Star is Born. It looks like a good movie. But it won Best Song, and they also performed it together. And let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Are Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga doing the Hippity Dippidy? I don't think so, because he's married. And she was engaged, and she just called off her engagement. Well, that caused a lot of people to, kind of raise their eyebrows. But they look real close. While they were singing that song. If you haven't, just go on YouTube and type in Lady Gaga performance Oscars. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Because they look real comfortable around each other. I don't know. If they end up like he gets a divorce and then they end up together, it wouldn't surprise me. But everybody would say that Bradley Cooper was a pig for doing it, and he left his family. And I think that that would be wrong, but it is one of them things, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just rambling. Like I said, if a lot of stuff doesn't happen in a week, I will run out of things to talk about. I talked about this last episode. I told everybody about my ear. I tried to remove some earwax out. Yeah, it was gross. By putting these ear drops in my ear that are supposed to eat away at earwax, and it felt like somebody punched me in my ear. Well, that was almost a month ago, and my ear still feels funny. Still. The entire time I was gone for this thing for work, I had shit coming out of my ear. Like liquid. It looked like snot. That's gross, yes, but that's what it is. So I'm going to have to go to the doctor and get that checked out, man, because, I don't want to lose hearing in one of my ears. I feel like I sound funny because everything's muffled on the right side of my head still. I don't know. Also, oh my God, I can't believe I waited till now to talk about this. Once again, my car is messed up. Because, look, okay, I live in Mississippi. And in Mississippi, it is legal to drive with an open container of alcohol. And I guess people think that's an invitation to drive drunk, because so many people around here drive drunk that it just blows my mind. Now, how that relates to me, the day I get home, I just want to visit with my family, go grab something to eat, and, we went to go eat at this Mexican restaurant, and then my wife's like, hey, do you want to go to Walmart? I'm like, sure. So we go to Walmart, we're in there for a little bit, and then we leave. We're going to go back home and watch movies and just hang out. We're on the road. It's not even hard to get to Walmart. It's right down the street, and it's very simple traffic, It's not like interstate driving or anything like that. It's very simple. So we're just driving along, talking about nonsense, and then all of a sudden, my wife is driving. It's just... And I'm like, what the hell was that? I look over to my left, and there's a car where my car is supposed to be in our lane. Somebody just hit us trying to get over into the right lane. Now, I'm going to assume that they were drunk because the speed limit's only 45. How do you do something so stupid? They were either drunk or they were playing on their phone. And they took off. Hit and run. Didn't stop. Didn't slow down. They just... I couldn't get the last 3 digits of their license plate. So we pull over, call the police. Takes them 10 minutes to come out there. Still waiting on a police report that we're supposed to get one day this week. But because it's a hit and run, there's nobody that we can charge insurance for. It wasn't our fault. They came over on us. So we're the ones having to pay a $500 deductible. So literally just going out to eat and going to Walmart to get $10 worth of stuff cost me $500. And we just got our car fixed a month ago because some idiot backed into me in a parking lot. Our car is going to be worth $4 whenever we decide to trade it in. Every single accident it's been in has been someone else's fault. People just don't know how to drive. People don't pay attention. They're playing on their phone. Let me tell you something. If you're listening to this, and I know the chances are very slim because there's only 8 of you, but if you're listening to this and we collide our cars wherever we may be, and I find out that you were either A, you were drunk, or B, you were playing on your cell phone and that's why you hit me, I'm going to get out of the car and beat your ass in the intersection. Or on the highway, on the interstate, I don't care. Because I do not understand it. Anybody can text me. I don't care. Literally anyone. The President of the United States could text me. I'm not going to answer it while I'm on the road driving. I don't even change my songs that I'm listening to on my car while I'm driving. On my phone. It's ridiculous, man. I'm so sick of it. Anyway, has anybody... Look, this has been popular. This Kanye West thing. This is how good of a DJ Kanye West is. Regardless of how you feel about him as a person. Okay? Whatever his personal life is about, I'm not interested in that. All I care about is what do you do? Are you a musician? Is your music good? I don't care what you do. It's like people are like, oh, I don't listen to Michael Jackson because of... No. Michael Jackson is still the king of pop. His music is still good. Do I agree with his lifestyle choices? No. And I don't have to because I like his music. This right here from Kanye West, listen to this. Yeah. Fire. Absolute magma. When that came through my Instagram, I was like, is Kanye West back? Absolutely fire. I hope he's working on an album after hearing that. He went from being like everybody couldn't stand him to now everybody's back on Kanye West. For that one thing. It was good. I really liked it. But yeah, man, I think this about wraps this episode up. You know, I missed a lot being on that thing away, but you know what? We're going to get right back into it. Once again, and I say it at the end of every episode, I appreciate all of you listeners, the ones that have been listening since day one and continue to listen. I appreciate it. But this podcast is only going to grow. This seminar is only going to meet more people if you share it and you talk about it to your friends. Let your mom listen to it. I don't care. You know? So once again, I appreciate all the support. Yes, if someone else asked me this question, it's like, do you even listen to it? Why do you care if I'm going to do a video podcast if you don't even listen to it? I have so many people ask me, are you going to start doing a video podcast? Yes. But why would I do that when I only have 15 listeners right now? I'm still working out the kinks, man. This is only episode 14. Give it time. Let it grow. Okay? So yeah. Anyways, I appreciate all the support. Already said that 15 times. We have t-shirts being made right now. My first honorary Mac Daddy already got his, but the t-shirts will be available. So I'm going to start doing this new thing. Every so often, I haven't figured out exactly how often I want to do it, but I'm going to post something on social media, and if you share it, whoever shares it, one of those people will be selected and get a free Mac Daddy Seminar t-shirt. Everybody else will have to pay for it, but unless you are an honorary Mac Daddy or you do the thing for the contest, you're going to have to pay for one. Other than that, don't ask me for one. Oh, but I'm your friend. Sorry. That's just the way it is, you know? Not out here giving out freebies just because we're cool. But yeah, okay. Once again, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next week.